Like just
This meeting is being recorded.
Oh, this meeting is being recorded. Happy Health Habits, my friends, Happy Health Habits Success Support Team, and we are here to hold each other up. You know what?
Yes.
Bandage knees, right? If need be, celebrate. We do better together, like I said this morning, right? Do better together. So thanks for coming today. I'm so proud of you. September 27th, did I say it was today?
27, yeah.
September 27th. So you know what? You're loving yourself enough to be here. Kathy will not be here today because she had another death and she's helping out at her church. But a 46-year-old woman, guys, with kids that got left behind. So you know what? Love yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle because we need you to be healthy. The best gift you can give yourself is your health. Or, you know, the best gift you can give anyone is your own health, right?
Yes.
And
yes,
we can't help anyone if we're gone and we not and or in pain all the time or immobile. So we want to keep that in mind. So congratulations for being here. We're on a destination, on a road. It's a journey. It's not like a one-stop shop. But the question is, are you on the right bus? Ooh, are you on the right bus? If you get on the bus, you better be on the right bus. Who's been on different buses before? Raise your hand.
yes.
Have you ever been on the bus?
Ever been with?
Okay. You know, when it comes to healthy habits, I've been on a lot of buses, right? And this is the best bus I've ever been on. And I've been starting to reread this book that I've had decades ago in my chiropractic business back in the day from Ken Blanchard. Have you guys ever read this? The Energy Bus.
oh,
You see it? The Energy Bus.
No.
Have you read it? It is called, there it is. You can see it's called The Energy Bus by John Gordon and Ken Blanchard. Oh, John Gordon, actually. Forward by Ken Blanchard. Anyway, it is awesome. I'm going to start doing little quips from this book because, and really making this my theme for the rest of this year and into next year because we all, you know, we've all got to decide what bus to get on and where's the destination. What destination are we going on? This book is brilliant. It's so stupid simple and easy, and I'm going to start sharing little tips from it to make sure, you know, because it's beyond good. So make sure to get it, read it, get it from the library, whatever you it's this destination, right? I'm the driver of this bus. Dr. Anderson's the driver of the big bus, right? I'm the driver of this little bus. But we're all on, in my mind, we as our group is on our destination, in my mind, is Live It Land. And in Live It Land, we don't worry about dieting. We don't worry about the scale. We don't worry about the party. We live our lifestyle out loud. We love it. We learn it. We use it. It's not, we're constantly in pursuit, right, of doing better in all those 6 macro habit areas. And it's where we're going to live it. It's not becoming a diet. And that's what I call Live It Land, a place where we're free of shame and guilt and free of the obsession and the insanity and free of the, you know, of the crazies around it. And we're really just mastering those skills. Does that make sense? So it's just a place of freedom. Where we're not perfect, but we're happy and we're working on it, and it's a different place than diet land. So that's the journey I'm taking y'all on. So make sure you're on the right bus because I don't want to be hearing, you know, I'm gonna always correct you if you're on destination diet land. I'll always correct you because we want to integrate those habits of disease into those habits of health. In Live It Land, we all have perfect health. In Paradise, Live It Land, we all have perfect round wheels. Okay, we're all integrated into all of our healthy habits, and we're all living this Live It Land success, thriving in our lives and not just surviving. So that's the thing I am planting for you. I want you guys to be 10 in fulfillment, 10 on success. I want you to get there, you know, slowly over time, but I want you to get there. And So for us to do that, we need to master our minds and calm it down. Remember, anytime you make a wrong decision, or a decision you'd rather not have made, calm down, Amy. The brain, Amy is in there. She's that devil on the shoulder. Calm her down. Breathe it out. Stop, challenge, choose. Right, Tom? Stop, pause, pray, pick, pray, pause. So everybody take some deep breaths. Give yourself a hug. Practice hugging yourself. Even, you know what? Practice like rubbing your hands and pretend while you're breathing, take some deep breaths in, pretend you've got some nice face cream and you spent a whole bunch of money on it, ladies, and you're just going to relish in this nice face cream, okay? This is actually causing you guys to have happy hormones, dopamine, serotonin, and all the happy, healthy hormones when you are doing these things, even little butterfly kisses on your heart. Okay, this is causing healthy, happy hormones that calm us down. So calm down little Amy in there. You've got one. Pat her on the head, pat her on the back, hug her, stroke her shoulder, whatever you would do to comfort little Amy before she makes a not so good decision. That's going to get our heads and our hearts together, and we'll make much better decisions more of the time. In Live It Land, we won't have to try so hard. But right now, our brains are all out of sync with our bodies a lot. Do you guys ever feel like you're out of sync, like you're just scattered? And you raise your hand. Does anybody ever feel just scattered? Yeah. Like, how come today I cannot think myself out of a box, or I just can't keep a thought for a moment, right? Or you go from one thing to another. For a while, I thought I was ADD, right? And I thought I was going to get on medication because my brain was out of sync. And that was really, I just found out that I just needed to calm down that, right, primitive brain. So Sharon, have you tried this to get in sync ever when you're feeling like, has anybody tried these breathing techniques and the self-soothing when they're feeling out of sorts or scattered? Have you guys tried that yet? I know, Carrie, you do.
What?
Have you tried it, Sharon?
I did last week when I was feeling kind of wonky.
Did you? Did it help?
Well, it seemed to. I mean, I just couldn't, I don't know. Like I said, my mental clarity just didn't seem quite right.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, but
and yeah. that's when you want to use it. Did you tell about your bank account last week? I can't remember. Something about
I did, yes.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. And that's a good time when you're like, oh, and you're so stressed out, or even if you're just a little bit off or a little not like yourself, or you just can't get it together. Anytime you're off in any way, it's kind of a danger zone thing. Your brain is looking out for danger. So make sure to take a moment, breathe. It's okay. We got this. Whatever's going on, we're going to be okay. One of the other things that I've learned recently too is your eye movements. And I think I gave you guys a link a long time ago, but looking left to right, left to right, left to right, and around in circles and up and down with your eyes tricks your brain into thinking it's like surveying the territory, making sure you're safe. Okay. That in itself can calm down your brain, because if you think about it, lizards are looking all the time, right? They're looking. They're looking around. Is it safe? You know what I mean? Is a bird going to come snatch me? So, just use these eye movements. It's going to seem really weird, but you can Google this up. There's tons of stuff on it. So look up, look down, look up, look down, side to side, round and round, and it will help calm your nervous system down. So little tip for you.
The little thing I learned about with the eye movements is, it's scanning every part of the brain.
Yep.
But also it like mimics when you're walking, you're always scanning. So it's also relaxation. So not moving your eyes so fast that you get dizzy, but your peripherals are always scanning. So we're just accessing that part. And I thought that was interesting that it actually helps relax us. That's why go take a walk to calm down. Well, it's the fresh air, it's the movement, but it's also the scanning.
Yeah,
It
because your
calms us.
body is looking for where it's going. Yeah, your brain's looking, your eyes are looking where it's going. Is there a pothole? Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So your brain is keeping you safe on your walk and it calms you down. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
guess it's a safety thing that actually calms us. So it's pretty interesting.
yeah. So again, it's all
So
brain.
imagine that just breathing and moving our eyes, it helps calm us down so we can make a good decision. It
Yeah.
really is that simple sometimes.
Yeah, and Carrie and I have been practicing this for a long time, and we've got a gal that helps us. But it really does work. So, just in before we get to wins of the week, and I know Sharon can't stay the whole time. We're going to get to wins of the week and teachable moments tonight. Just a couple little announcements in the way of what's going on in our bigger bus in the Optavia bus is the muscle mass, the third webinar is tonight. And no, the recordings are not out, much to my chagrin, and people are upset because I think they're just trying to encourage as much live participation as possible. That's my guess. So making sure if you want to learn more, I don't have a recording from Optavia right now. I have some other, things that we've been given as coaches, but I can give you videos and links to read and things. But these are very client oriented. They've been fantastic. Sharon and Carrie, have you been to one? Tom, Betty, have you been to one on the Wednesday night? Have you learned any? No, you have not. Sharon, what have you liked? Have they been good?
I'm sorry, what did
The
I?
Wednesday nights have been
Yeah,
worth
I mean,
going to.
very informative and
Yeah.
advantages, to using it, especially as we're aging and
Yeah.
losing muscle mass.
And we have on our bus mostly 40 and over. I have very few people that are under 40. And so our bus is we have a senior citizen bus. And that's okay because I'm 53, so I'm heading that way quick. But we know that there's they talk about the plans, and if you're in fat burn like Betty is, or Tom is attempting to be, if you're like me and Sharon and Carrie, we're in that 3 and 3 place where we're in the live it place. So they're just they're talking about how you take how you take these, and we can talk privately about each of your where you each are, because it's very individual for everybody. And again, where you are, healthy, unhealthy, optimally healthy, it very it's going to change how you use these products. Over time it will change, but nonetheless we want to protect that muscle mass for our safety, for our health, health and safety as we age, as well as metabolism to keep our weight off. And Sharon and I, we just talked about something. So Sharon is in this place where she's navigating with, less fuelings a day, maybe 2 a day, right? Navigating, putting her own fuelings together. And the whey protein, you guys, is awesome because we've got to have 50 to 70 grams a day. So if you want to make sure, that if you don't want to eat tuna and chicken and fish and eggs all day long, you got another source. So this whey protein is good depending on where you're at in the future, and you can even bake with it. And Sharon and I talked about recipe because she's getting into recipe land and creating new things, and so you can use those protein powders in lieu of traditional flour and stuff like that. So we can talk about that when we talk about recipes and some of the fall recipes that have come out and in the fall ebook. There's some cool ways to use protein powder other than just like a shake. All right, that's how you normally think about it, but it's a great easy way to get protein inside of like healthy brownies, healthy cookies, healthy muffins. So it's something that can be a substitute for flour. Does that make sense? So that being said, one other announcement would be that there will be a Get Active challenge, which I think I intended on putting the graphic there, and I did not, on October 9th. And instead of the 2nd, I guess it's going to be a Get Active challenge on October 9th. And I put the link there in the chat for you guys. And the Optavia app is the third webinar for our third webinar for the Get Active and the Active stuff is tonight. And that app that they've been talking about is really super cool. What you can program it for any of this. I've been playing with it now. Sharon, did you try it for the meditations? There's hundreds of meditations on there. Did you try it?
No.
No, not yet. Hundreds of different meditations from, calm it down. When we talk about calming down it's calming down or focusing on positivity or energy up, or like the morning affirmation that I sent you guys. It's really good. There's really good stuff right on that app. So that's super fun. And I just wanted to mention that is still available.
Amy, is that the new app you're talking about?
Yeah, it's not the Activia app. It's called Active, and they partnered with an Active app. There's all kinds of coaches, 7,000 different workouts, meditations, and it partners up with the Get Active challenges that are happening. So, and you can create your own at your pace, age and stage, your own workout, and there's all kinds of bells and whistles to it. So, anywho, that's happening. So I can get you more information or a link on that too coming, if you want. So just let me know and message me. So just in the interest of just overview here, remember your 4 components of the system. Remember to always be grading yourself. How could I do better? Am I getting an A, B, or C? This is a master's course in healthy habits, right? If you're in your master's course, would Dr. Anderson grade you A, B, C, or D? So how can you do better and sharpen the saw in each of your areas, and the resources that we have, because there's just so many. We can't take advantage of all of them, of course, but Monday night was brilliant on the tailgating and the party tips. So I want to talk about that next. And parties are where we kind of shift and drift below the line a lot. We go, we start talking ourselves into, right, the tailgate, like the party mentality. So let's talk about, and I'm going to take this off a screen share. What do you do? What was your favorite part? If you hopefully watched it, if not, you got to go back. There were 5 P's. What was your favorite tip that's going to keep you from shifting below the line or get you back above the line when you're in a gathering or a party? So let's talk about this. I put the energy bus is in there. The Habits of Health challenge link on the 9th is in there. And then there's also an email challenge in the chat too. All right. So, and I just have to mention this too before I forget. Cliff, our buddy Cliff, he was here last time. Was he here last time? He has now hit a new milestone, 188 pounds he's lost. He's scheduled for his 2nd surgery, and his low back surgery now, 188. Bravo, Cliff. I put his picture in there for you. Going to put it in Optimal Life. He's going to share his story. Man, this guy's on fire. He's just on fire. So and he's 50, he's my age, he's 55. So, hey, old dogs can learn new tricks. So celebrating Cliff. And because Kathy's not here, she wanted me to tell you guys, she set a new low goal, and she's only 7 pounds away. She lost another pound while she was away on vacation. So she is not even trying. She's just on her, 3x3 plan, but she's making such wise decisions and upping her activity that she's just still losing weight. So it's great. So Kathy wanted to share that. She'll be back. She's sorry she misses everybody and says hello. So that's news from Kathy. So let's talk about Monday night. Who watched, who didn't? There was some awesome takeaways. Sharon, I know you have to leave early, right? So why don't you start? Because I know you've got something. What did you get? I mean, this is like something every human being should watch, right? Not just people on our bus. Like,
well, one gal talked about, taking something healthy, obviously, and I mean, being the leader in that, and somebody, just. I can't remember how she
said, be the leader, start the wave. Like at a football game, right? Start the wave. say, I'm going to pick the shrimp cocktail because that's the healthiest choice. And then someone next to you is going to go, oh, that's a good idea. I think I should pick that too.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. There was one thing I don't know. I mean, the 5 tips were purpose, perspective, plan, prepare, and partner.
Yep. And partner. Yep. Yep. And perspective, I think, was where she talked about the, looking at the buffet, what's the perspective of it? And I'm going to start the wave of healthy choices here. Like, yeah, I thought that was a really brilliant analogy. Start the wave, because people are going to see you making that choice and have permission to do it themselves. It's contagious.
You say those 5 again? I got 4 of the 5, but I missed one.
Purpose, perspective,
Yep.
plan,
Yep.
prepare,
Yep.
and partner.
Yep.
One comment, looking at in the perspective, she mentioned about, if I eat this, will it give me peace? And then a moment on the lips, forever on the hips.
Will it give me peace? And will I wake up? Something about, will I wake up in the morning and regret what I've done?
Yep.
How will I feel when I wake up in the morning? Will I have the walk of shame, or will I be proud of myself? Will I be doing the walk of shame or regret, or will I be proud of myself?
Yep.
I like that. Was really funny. I thought that was great. And who loves regret? Raise your hand if you love regret. Isn't that a great feeling? No, not. I think regret is like one of the most toxic, worst feelings in the planet. Don't you, Carrie?
Said nobody ever. Shame and regret. Yeah, it's the worst.
Said nobody ever. Like, nobody ever. Like, it's the worst. Who doesn't want to be proud and feel healthy and feel energetic, and that's clearly the case. Well, and Pam, who's not on here, Pam has been a 4-year client of mine, but she was talking this morning how she was gone for a week and got into a bunch of chaos with all these people she was with, and she for 8 days was with these people, and she felt like horrible, just felt horrible physically, mentally, and otherwise when she got home. And it affects us so much, right? So, Tom, do you love the feeling of regret, or do you like being proud of yourself when you have a good day, when you got it going on?
When I have a good day, I feel really good for a while until something negative happens, and then I regret it. But yeah, you get kind of a moral, not a moral, but a boost in your feelings when you have a good day. Yeah.
When you're proud of yourself.
Yeah.
So then, us humans, why do we do stuff that we regret? We know we're going to regret it.
Yeah.
Well, and using shame and regret as a motivator, we think, oh, well, fear, shame, I got to avoid this at all costs. But it's not really even a good motivator. I mean, very short term, but not much for positive results. So yeah, not putting that out in front of us either.
Yeah, one of the gals said on perspective, always take a moment to ask your future self.
Oh, that was so good.
How they would feel in the morning, how they were going to feel in the morning. So, Tom, always have this conversation going on with your inner self or your future self. The little self, the little person in there who needs your love and comfort, and the future self. Those are different people. And the today Tom. So, Tom, you're schizophrenic. You have the old Tom, you have the current Tom, and you have the future Tom. So you got to be talking to all these people. I know.
And I like how she did that just so naturally. It's like, I just talked to my future self, and it's like, am I going to feel better? Am I going to feel worse? And how did you get to looking so good? And to her future self, and it's like, yeah, I want that. So use the positive motivation.
Yeah. I liked that a lot.
And how did she say it? The future self has been you. but you've never been your future self yet. So talk to your future self.
Yeah.
And notice how you're going to feel when you do all the right things, and then you're going to be more confident and happier and more centered.
So I know Carrie
And
watched, Sharon watched, Betty, you didn't
yeah.
watch, right? Betty did not watch? No, okay. Uh-oh, we can't. Okay, she's on mute. All right, cool. Hey, how about this? You guys remember the perspective? David did this. He said, when you go to a party, I love this. Do you focus on the finger or do you focus on between the fingers? Okay.
Yeah,
And
if it's right up in our face, we don't see past it, but
you
we
can see
can.
everything
We can look
clearly that
past.
you want to. I thought that was a brilliant example. You can see
Simple,
everything
yeah.
clearly if you just focus between the
Yeah,
fingers.
then you almost don't even see the hand anymore.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool. He's like, so what are you focusing on, the finger or the space? Are you focusing and fixating on the food table, or are you focusing on the game that's on the TV or the person that's right in front of you talking to you? I thought it was just a really kind of cool analogy. So obviously don't focus on the buffet. Um, Carrie, what was your favorite part in the purpose part, or Sharon? Do you remember what they talked about in the purpose part? There's two things that I really liked.
Well, I think that not focusing on the hand or the negative, that, when it's up that close, it's blurred anyway. We're not making a good decision, not just thinking all the things I can't have, but thinking about why you're here. My friends are here. And yeah, if you focus on Sandy's background, you're going to eat all the veggie tray and hey, can we get a refill on the veggie tray?
Your purpose really boils down to what you want is to lose weight and fit in those pants and get the scale number down, the cholesterol down, and off the pills. That's what you want, right, Betty? But at the end of the day, why do you want it? Focus on why you want it.
Yeah, I like how he said those are what?
Yes.
The smaller pant size or the feeling better. Those are our what? But why? Why do you want more energy? So that I can do these other things, so that I can feel better about myself or whatever. But I thought that was very good. And if your why is stronger, then the how is going to be easy.
Yeah.
If your why is the main focus, then you're going to find the ways to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so why you focus on, brush up on your why before you go to any gathering where there's food involved. Brush up on your why. Remember it. Look at a photo of it. Have a dream board. Have a like Sharon took my idea with the flashcards. Have a flashcard, right? Have something, right? And refresh that and get it right in your mind. And so that it's right in front of you. And, the one gal brought up, and I loved this, if your purpose is to be vegetarian or to be fasting for a spiritual reason, and, you're vegetarian, you have declared you're a vegetarian. You've declared you're fasting for X days, right? Let's say it's Lent or something, right? You've made a declaration that you're a vegetarian. So you're going to go up to the buffet table and you're going to go, okay, right, what fits my why here? I don't eat this.
You're not even going to see the meat. Your decision's already made.
Exactly. Your decision's already made because you already have your why. You're a vegetarian, whatever your why is. And then she said the allergy part. Well, of course, if you have an allergy to a food, you're not going to go up and get the nuts if you're going to die from it. You're not, you know what I mean?
And you're not going to want to whip out the EpiPen if you don't have to. So
if you have an allergy to something, you're going to be scanning the table for what's not right for you. And so you're scanning the table. Now, Sharon, she's scanning the table for what's not right for her. And she's scanning the table for what is right for her. And before you have to leave, Sharon, how much time do we have you?
Oh, 5 minutes.
Tell them what you have done. What's your milestone?
180 days without refined sugar. 6 months.
Wow, full 6 months. That is amazing, Sharon. And how do you feel?
Amazing. And I told her, I
Amazing.
said, why would I
Awesome.
want to go back to how I felt?
Right.
It's
Woohoo.
like, why would I? Yeah. But
And how you feel now has become your why. Like, what? This is my why. I feel good. This is what I want. Right.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And you
no more being unsure, indecisive. And what I think too, Sharon, is neat is, your declared purpose. Other people know it. They're not gonna throw sugar in front of you, your friends who know what's going on.
right.
Yes.
And they realize and they're not going to try to tempt you. They're gonna try to help you. Oh, we got this over here for you, Sharon. Right?
Right. That's what I'm hoping.
So that was one of the things they said in your declared purpose. Like if someone knows you have a peanut allergy, they're not
Yeah.
gonna give you peanuts. Or if they know you're
You're a
vegetarian, they're not gonna say, "Oh, try this meat dish I made." But if they know that this is what you're doing, this is who
Yep.
you are,
Yep.
they're going to support you even more.
That's exactly it. They know who you are.
Most people.
Yeah, you're always going to run it. And David said this, you're always going to run into your food pushers. You're always going to run into your marketing employees. You're always going to run into the potholes and the people, right? But when you're certain about who you are and that this is certainly the way you want to be and why, then you're going to be able to navigate around those things. My all-time favorite thing he said, and Tom, you got maybe use this one, is he says when someone he goes to and have pizza and beer at a football party because he's a big football guy, he'll say, "No, sorry, I brought my own. I'm allergic to pizza and beer." He'll say, "I'm allergic," and they're like, "What? What are you talking about? You're allergic to pizza and beer?" And he's like, "Yeah, I break out in spots."
Well, I also thought it, have kind of thought that through. People, people are gluten free.
Right.
I'm like, what's the difference? If I would go up and say, well, I don't eat sugar, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. I just don't eat sugar. And yeah, and he could have
difference?
been allergic to the dairy. He could have been allergic to the wheat. He could be allergic to the wheat and beer. But he says, I'm allergic. I break out in spots on my gut, spots on my butt, spots on my so he makes
it just starts bulging out.
He makes it a comedy. Like I break out in spots on my butt and my gut and my butt, and that is not where I'm going, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Sharon. Just normalize it. I mean, we know 30% of the population has to be gluten-free or dairy-free or something because it affects them adversely. Well, so does a lot of this other stuff.
Yeah, and
like
what? Fake it till
it
you
doesn't make me feel good, so
you know what?
Yeah,
fake
it affects you adversely.
Exactly, it affects you adversely. It doesn't make me feel good. I'm allergic. People, to pretend you're allergic to dairy and wheat, whatever, and you know what? It doesn't matter. People don't care. They're going to respect you if you have an allergy. They just will. So that's like the best excuse under
And I've used that when I did gluten-free for a while. Instead of explaining the whole thing, I said, well, I just have some allergies and I'm trying to figure out what they are. So I need to cut that out, or doing an elimination diet or whatever. And then you don't need to explain everything, but people understand, ooh, allergy. Yeah, that could be dangerous.
Yeah.
That could hurt them.
Yeah. Betty or Tom, do you ever prepare for a gathering or Sandy, do you prepare in advance, like what you're going to bring, when are you going to bring, what are you going to do? Do you prepare in advance? Do you, Betty? What do you do?
Oh, we're going to hit your unmute button there, Betty.
Look
on your screen and hit the unmute again.
Oh yes, I bring my. Am I unmuted now?
You're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
Okay. Yes, I do. I bring my feelings. I meet every Thursday with my sewing group, and they know they plan all this lunch. Betty brings her own. I said, "Oh, 10:30, it's time for me." And I crunch away, and yeah, no, they're very supportive of me. But you have to say that, and yeah, very, very supportive. And I do that too with our you know, this Friday we've got a church gathering that's going to have a potluck and everything. I'll bring potluck, but I bring my food, and I have that right there. And they just know that's what I eat, and no one, they don't look twice at me. No one says a word. Because I'm very and they're looking at me and they're saying, "Wow, I last week I wore a new dress." You got a dress. You know, Betty broke down and bought something. And yeah, and it's like,
That's a
yeah, my
milestone. That's great,
yeah,
Betty.
my neighbor said, "We're going out and buying five more." And I said, "No, we're not, because I'm still going down. We'll buy one more, and then later buy one more." But yeah, you have to plan, and you have to just be matter of fact about it. Not, "Oh, I wish I could say." No, you don't say that, because they'll leap on you like a leopard and get you, you know? They just
Well, they'll see your weaknesses and they'll go for the
exactly.
kill.
I
Yeah.
know you
And I
If
don't.
you
love how
show,
your group is so supportive of you. I love
if you
that.
show any weakness, they will go for the kill. I'm telling
Yes, they
you,
sure will.
it is carnal. It is
Yeah,
absolutely carnal.
yeah,
We are. Don't you think, Tom and Sandy? People are carnal. They sense your weakness, and they're like,
yeah.
"Yes,
And they hone right into it. Yeah.
they do. They do."
Yeah.
Have you ever been in that situation, Sandy or Tom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Big
So
nut there.
it's a
Yeah, some
cultural.
people.
But
Go
only
ahead,
because I
Sandy.
allow myself. I mean, I've been really not dealing with the food issues properly. Although I have to say, when I have treats at church, I bring a sweet, a fruit, and a vegetable for treats on Sunday. You know, coffee after church, people are expecting all sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, they get surprised when Sandy comes. Little cups of carrots and celery, and little cups of fruit cut up, plus a thing of cookies.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for
And they have a
you.
choice.
Did the same thing with the potluck. I brought something healthy, knowing that there'd be about 90% not
Yeah.
healthy. But I
Yeah.
still made the choice. I wanted to taste everything because that's just where I'm at right now. So
That's called make the healthy choice the easy choice for somebody, right?
Yeah.
And you're making it the easy choice for yourself, whether you choose to do the others as well. That's when they talked about too, that you can either do good, better, or best, right?
Yeah.
Good, good, bad, bad, good, or best. Bad would be have a diet mindset, eat everything on the buffet, and say I'll start again on Monday. That's bad, right? That's bad. That's diet mindset.
Oh,
We don't want to go.
Monday.
No diet
Yeah.
destinations
Yeah.
here. Good would be I'm gonna have 3 bites and I'm good to go, right? And I'm done, right? And that's enough satiation for me. I got the taste and I'm good to go. And then best would be, you know what? I'm just a vegetarian and I'm sticking to my plan,
Yeah,
right?
I'm in the good category because normally I take a scoop, you know, like a big scoop of everything because I want to taste it. I literally had a teaspoon in my hand and I put a teaspoon of like all the different
Yeah.
items that were at the buffet, and that was plenty. I mean, I just wanted to taste it, and
Yeah.
so
And
I,
you
Yeah.
so it wasn't
and
all
you
good food, but it was good. I mean, it was all good food, but
You
it
did
wasn't good for
yeah.
me. But I didn't overindulge. I had a little bit, and I felt satisfied, and I didn't go away feeling
Yeah.
upset with myself.
And
that's
that's the beautiful part. And that David explained, that's good because that's healthy perspective, no guilt or shame, because you actually don't even digest your food later well if you have guilt and shame. So, and he
Mhm.
talked about the 3 bites of something, or like you did, a teaspoon of each thing. That's usually enough for satiation. We had to, I just got to try it. And after that, beyond the 3 bites, if it's one piece of pie or whatever, then it's just indulging
yeah.
or overeating.
Yeah.
But your body and your mind are usually satisfied with the first 3 bites.
Yeah.
I
That
just
was
thought that was really interesting. But healthy perspective, Sandy, no guilt, no shame. That's part of the good plan.
yeah. Yeah, that's really good. And Tom, I know you're a sugar addict like me, a raging addict, right? Could you do the
Raging.
3 bite rule, or do you feel like that would throw you off your game for the day? Like, go back to element 16 really and look at, okay, how do I score on the highly addictive food score? Like, am I off the charts without any control, or am I lower score, right? Have you ever done that, Tom? Go to element 16 and take
Yeah, I'm unfortunately up there in the high one.
the
I
high.
I seems like when I get together with my family, they always have at, at, at their houses they always have some kind of dessert. So I've been kind of leaning away from that. but yeah, I just have that sugar sugar addict, I guess, and I just
Does your family know to support you and partner with you? That's that last P. Do they know to how to partner with you?
I'm real close to my sister that lives in Minnesota, and she um, about when I first started this program, she knew about it, but I haven't talked with her about it. I next time I see her, I'll be seeing her soon. I'll mention that I'm still on the program, and I just have to be more um, be more active in the program and stay away from that sugar
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Yeah, and you
So
know what? And there's no shame in being open. That's partnering with people, right? Carrie, you had this in your notes. You took extensive notes. Bravo, my friend. You did an awesome job. But you get with your supporters and get with your sabotagers and just have a heart to heart. Got to say, hey, I need your partnership. Can I have your partnership? Can I have your partnership because I have a problem? They don't have a
yeah.
problem. You have a problem, right?
Mhm.
I need your help because I have a problem with sugar and I am in, and literally say, I am an addict. I'm an addict. And
Yeah.
I really need your help because I need I need it to be okay for me, for you not to be offended if I bring my own thing. Okay.
Oh
Could you
yeah.
do me a favor and not be offended? Because I really need your support.
Yeah.
And
Not can you make me something? Can you have something different? Can you do something different? But can it be okay with you if I bring my own thing?
yeah,
And
that's a good point. I have to start doing that, bringing my own food because
yeah,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, there'll be chips
yeah,
or nachos and stuff, and
yeah.
with the sauce
You
and
know, yeah, just be real. Like I'm really struggling and I really am struggling. And it would help me out a lot if you would be okay and not upset with me if I brought my own thing. Can you say that?
yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll have to mention that to my
Hmm.
sister
Yeah.
and her
Hmm.
friend, my other
And
relatives.
in my case, like my husband, I had to tell him, I need to do this for me. And then he respected me. He was less, carnal and attacking me and putting
Right,
temptations out in front of me because he's
Yeah.
so good at pushing buttons.
right.
But then
Oh
I
yeah.
asked him to join me, and he
Hmm.
did for quite a while.
Oh,
And and then I made it like a game for him, so it was fun, but so he didn't feel like he was missing out. But you could just do, can you respect me? But maybe you could also do, hey, you want to do this for a month with me and see how it goes? If
oh
it's
yeah.
someone you're going to see, maybe they'll join in. Maybe it'll be good for their health too, but not to be pushing it on them, but it
Right.
would be good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It
It's
depends. You see the
it's
situation, but
like the wave, right? When somebody makes the healthy choice, that the next person
Yeah.
is gonna go, oh, maybe I should be making a healthier choice, right, Betty? Right,
Yes.
Betty? That
One thing I always do, I never go anywhere without taking a bar and a crunchie. I call them the crunchies
yes,
yeah,
because no matter you get stuck somewhere or no matter what happens, it's time. You can always eat the bar. You can always open up and eat those crunchies. And
yeah,
I never go anywhere with them. It doesn't matter what that meal is supposed to be, it's there. And that has not failed me at all. Even if
That's a
the
good
amen.
idea.
candy, it looks like a candy bar to people and it's melted and everything. They can think what they want, but you have to know yourself. You
Mhm.
have to know yourself.
Yeah, it does look
yeah.
like Tom, do you do that? Do you bring fueling so you have them in your handy?
Oh, you
I,
went mute
I,
again.
I bring the, yeah, I like those, I call them candy bars, but I mean those bars. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like munching on those, yeah. And
Mhm.
then I bring some water when
Oh yeah.
uh,
Oh yeah.
have to go
Water.
away. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I've done that and and trying to get that in a habit So I do it all the time.
I'm with you, Betty. I'm with Betty, and I'm never without a snack that's healthy or food. It's a fueling or it's a snack I've prepared in my car right now. You can go down there. I've got my baggie of mixed crunchies and my own.
Yeah.
The mixes.
Yeah, and they don't melt in the glove box, Tom.
No, they're in my car. Yeah, they don't melt. And they're in my bag, they're in my purse, they're in my, they're everywhere, right? And then I have my
and when they whip out the nachos, Tom, just open your baggie and you can be munching and crunching.
Yeah, you're eating with them.
Oh,
you are
right.
eating with them.
They're not going to be offended that you're eating something crunchy.
Yeah.
And your 10 almonds, that's another thing you can put in if you think it's going to be a long stretch and that you might need to get shaky and need a protein. Just stick them. You can always carry them back in the house if you don't.
Tell you what, those almonds are a magic food, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
So satiating. They're great protein, fats, and carbs. They're great. Always. I'll have almonds every day. I have 10 every day at least.
Yeah, I do quite often. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a big thing too. You can buy little packets of almonds and stick them in your car. Have a handful of them. And I told Tom one time too, Tom, if you feel like you need to go binge on some sugar and candy bars, just get rid of the candy bars in your house. But you know what? Have 3 bars.
Yeah.
Eat 3.
Oh yeah.
Eat 3 fuelings. Eat 3 fuelings.
I might plug you up, but
because you're gonna have so much more nutrient density in them.
Yeah.
And fiber and protein. You will be stuffed and you'll be so full and you won't want to go get the candy bar after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yes, huh?
Because you'll have so much nutrition in there and it's so satiating, it'll shut off the craving. So just remember that.
I've done that when I feel the hangries or a craving really coming on, I'll do a shake and a bar. Because the shake, I get it down quick and it starts filling me up.
Yep.
And then the bar is just like munch, munch, munch. And you're right. Then I'm not hungry. Then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to wash that down with some more water. And I couldn't eat another thing.
Yep.
I have one funny story. I have one little funny story that one time that I really was having, and I found myself walking around looking for stuff, but there was nothing there. And I looked here in this cupboard, and pretty soon I was so bored, I was off doing something else and completely forgot.
There you have it.
So it's like, and it's like, who are you? Where did you come from? Because this is a new Betty. This is a never met before Betty.
And
couldn't find anything.
Like, there's got to be something in here somewhere.
I look, but the old Betty got bored. It's like, well, there's nothing. She's worthless. She doesn't buy anything.
Oh, that's funny. You know what I always have is veggies cut up. Okay, those low carb veggies is always clean in my fridge, because when I get an emotional, like, because I'm an emotional eater. Okay, I'm a sugaraholic. When I see that emotion rising and I'm not on top of my self-soothing, I'm like, okay, I gotta eat something now, and so I go for the veggies, right? And crunch those down, right? And get those in there, and you just eat something, right?
And I saw you had celery and radish. Celery, radish, and carrots. There's something about them. They're crunchy. There's something about the crunch, and that's an emotional thing too.
It is.
Yes. So it's like I need to be.
Yes. And the bulk of it for me is really important, because I'm a bulk eater. Like when I eat lettuce, I eat a lot. So
lettuce doesn't fill you up. That's why you gotta have the lots of stuff.
People are full, like with this little plate, and I'm like, oh no, we cannot. I need 3 of those, because I know that I won't.
The mixing bowl is my salad bowl.
That's
if someone else wants a little bit on their plate, that's fine, but that is my bowl.
Yeah,
I do.
That's what I'm having right after we're done here, guys.
Yeah, that's why we talked about this.
For real, like I got the salad already washed, and I've got my celery ready to go, and it's got some tuna to plop on it.
We have talked.
It's all shredded up.
We've gone out to eat together, and I'll be like, okay, but to the server, right, Carrie? Tell me, how big is this?
Like,
I
show me
the plate,
Yes.
before I'll even order it. I want you to show me.
A side salad? What's that? Is that like a little sticker logo or something?
And everybody laughs at me so much.
It's so cute for my Barbie.
My dad will look at the server and go, "Get ready," and he'll be like, "No, that's not going to be enough for her." And he'll be telling the server, "But no, you're going to need to bring 2 of those."
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I know it's
so know yourself.
Sandy's background is my salad bowl.
Know thyself. How much food do you need to be full? What time do you need to eat to be not hangry? And in control, right?
Like you said, Betty, 10:30. That's your snack time for your fueling.
And I try to keep on schedule, and I allow that 2 hours. I mean the 2 to 3. Sometimes you push it out, sometimes it's right at the 2, but that I allow myself, and then there's none of that guilt or the shame that, oh, I ate 10 minutes early. I can't go that way. I can't, no. But
most of us don't live that way, but
yeah. And so I have,
and then like, and don't worry, Tom, if you feel like, oh, I've been on the program a while and I'm starting over again, and that's okay. Yeah. I mean, Sharon, she took off with it and she hit her 6 month at her specific goal. But the point was, did you notice she said it just became her way of life? So all these little things we're saying here, all these little suggestions, find which one works for you and do it every day. And then it becomes the habit.
She actually lost count of her days, and I had to make her go back and figure it out.
I saw that a couple weeks ago. Yes. She's like, I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So Tom, it sounds to me like you're okay when you're by yourself, right? So you just need to make sure to think in advance about partnering with people that you're with. Sandy, she's going to be a great partner, right? But your family, your other friends, even at work, making sure people at work know, hey, like, I am putting this in the fridge. This is mine, whatever, just be thinking in advance about partnerships and sabotagers.
Well, for example, Tom and I go out for our birthday lunch. We go out for birthday together. And the last 2 or 3 years, we've been sharing a walleye dinner, but we still get our free birthday cake. And then we don't feel guilty about it because we went there with the intent that we're going to celebrate our birthday.
Who gives you free birthday cake?
Is it Jensen's Supper Club? A piece, not a whole cake. A piece of cake.
Yeah,
obviously. That's hilarious. Yeah. You know what? We ought to research birthday cake. Where in the world did that come from anyway? Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. It's a cultural thing, and we, for the life of us, can't get it out of there, right? So just know you don't need cake on your birthday. Sugar is not a treat. Sugar is actually a toxin. So watch the sugar movie, watch all those sugar things. Tom, I've sent them to you.
I did. I watched it.
Did you?
Exercise.
Rewatch them and just get yourself all hot and bothered again, because they're really they should be reviewed. So anyways, in closing, we're here at 1 o'clock. What was your takeaway from today, Betty, Tom? One quick takeaway, Carrie, that you can share.
One of the sayings, it was, I don't, it's right here, it's written down, see, but I'll have to do it. But it was one of the sayings that, why is stronger, how is easier. And so once you know the why, then the how. That was what I thought. Oh, you write that down and keep that. So that was, I think, Carrie, did you say that, Carrie, or did Sharon do?
Yeah, that was from the recording on Monday night. So yep.
Yeah, that if you know what the why is, then the how is easier. Yeah. So
what about you, Tom? What's your takeaway?
I took away some advice that was given to me by you, the team, and but to stay with it, and then to tell other people that sugar is not very good for me. I just not shouldn't be in my diet, and I just have to stay away from it.
Yeah, and just say, I feel so much better if I make the other choice, and so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
and you can, it's okay to tell them that.
yeah, so now I feel comfortable in telling people that.
Yeah. Anybody who loves you, anyone who cares about you and wants to support you will say, "Oh, thank you for telling me you're struggling with that. Now I know. Now I know. And I can help you." They want to. They want to help you, but they just don't know.
Oh, it's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't be ashamed.
Yay, team effort. This is why we have our circle of friends here.
I like the good, better, best idea. The diet is bad, but the good, better, best, because then it's a different perspective. I mean,
it is.
Yeah.
I don't have to be best every minute of the day, and I cannot feel guilty about it as long as I'm doing.
Yeah, and it's not shaming. It's good, better, best. It's all positive.
Yeah.
Do the best I can.
And just being here with the group made me think of David Bush's opening words: "The experience of others compresses time."
Yeah.
We're here learning from each other so we can do better.
Yes.
And the other gal said, just look for the joy in the whole journey. And there's always positive. Just like you said, Tom, I feel better with the other choice. So that's why I'm choosing this. Look for the positive, and it'll make it much more enjoyable because it is a way of life.
Focus on the joy of the pride that you feel and the self-confidence and the satisfaction. Instant gratification goes away. Satisfaction stays. Okay. So love you guys. Thank you for being here and being real and being authentic with us. And it's a good bus. Stay on the bus. You're on the right bus.
I just ordered that book. I just went to Amazon and ordered that book.
Good. I'm so glad.
Last name of the author?
John Gordon.
Gordon. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I actually went to Alibris, ALIBRIS books.com. They have even deeper discounts than Amazon.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Now we're going to look forward to your Cliff Notes next week, Sandy.
You can check it out.
Or whenever you get the book.
The library is always good. Yeah, next week we're gonna start talking about this. I'm gonna just start doing little live clips on them, so we'll start talking.
And tonight, people, if you want to learn about the new products, tonight, the link is in your email.
Don't forget tonight. That please don't miss that last one. I don't know if they're
not recordings
or not. Who knows? But, all right, so get it in your calendar. And hey, here's a little tip, pro tip: copy the links, put it in your digital calendar if you use one. Just copy and paste it. If you don't, write it down or flag it or star it or do something with it in your email because it's always the same. Okay. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, Sandy.
Bye now.
I know. Bye, Tom.
Have a good day.
See you, baby.
Have a nice week.
Yes.